Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Are we still here? Because if we are still here, welcome, welcome in. Because now we're going to switch gears, because considering that the final boss of, considering that boss fight we did in Doll's Nest went by very fast, it was over very quickly. I still have a bit of a boss fighting itch to scratch, so we're going to do that. We're gonna do a little bit of Deltaruning. Also, just I've been in the mood to play Deltarune again. I can't. It's impossible for me to stop thinking about it, so we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna have a little fun. We're just gonna do some rounds against the good old knight. Oh, slightly wrong one there for a second, but it's okay. It's okay. Where are you? Where are you, Deltarune? Actually, where is Deltarune? I'm like scrolling through my OBS list and I can't find it. Hold up. Huh. Alright, let me just set it up again. It's fine. There you are. There it is. Okay. I fucked up all my shit mashing my keyboard thinking I was typing and muted on accident. Nice! It's okay, it's okay. Well, anyway, now that we're good to go over here, yeah, let's fight the knight. I am ready to fight the knight. Also, in part because considering I never actually beat the knight on stream, there was that awkward moment where it's like back when chapter 3 and 4 came out, play through chapter 3, get to the knight, I get washed, and I'm like, all right, we'll try it again next time, and then next stream comes around and I beat it. So I want to have it recorded, you know. Also, hello there. Hello, hello. All right. I need to get my like standard save file set up. Cuz I have the weird route one, of course, from when we were playing through the chapters on stream. But I have to get a regular save up to this fight. If I had that ready, then we would just do that, but it's okay. We'll just go with the file we already had. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da-da, bum, bum, bum. Tenna! Who the hell are you? It's still so sick. It's like from the moment this happens, it's like, alright, and the rest of Deltarune starts now. And the video game starts now. If you don't tell us who you are, then... Oh, crap. Hold up. Getting ahead of myself. Sorry. Brief thing. Bear with me. Hold up. Give me just 1 second here. Sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. There we go. Now I'm in character. Like hell we're letting you take her. Chris, Ralze, come on. Let's play. Let's play ball. Also, give me just 1 second here, sorry. Just gotta do a notification for second half of the stream. Considering we switched. Okay. Are you winning, Lumen? I don't know yet. We just started. Hopefully. I was doing the night fight again somewhat recently because I wanted to get good at it. Because I'd only beaten the night once, and it was close to when Chapter 3 and 4 came out. Alright. Will I botch the first move? No botch. Hooray. Nice. Ah. Okay, I did the last one wrong, but that's okay. A little bit of a top off. Hello there, Reddish. Welcome in. Oh, jeez. I looked away at the worst moment. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. This move is always agony for me. It's fine. It's fine. If any one move in the knight's moveset ruins me, it's probably that one. Hi. Hello. 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 Don't have enough for a Rude Buster. So, do you know the reason the knight doesn't kill the party is because it's a stupid moron idiot? Amazing. That's the true deep lore right there. You know, all of us were screaming when the roaring knife. Yeah, no, it's that moment where it's so blatant. It's like from the instant you're looking at this character design, you're like, no, that's the Roaring Knight. You look at the character design. They don't they didn't dance around it like, oh, a mysterious figure has challenged you to a fight. It's like, no, the Roaring Knight appeared. It's so good. Let's see here. Chris is gonna be dead. That's fine. Round 1 is not off to the best start, but that's fine. Okay. Are you suffering? No, honestly, I've gotten to the point where I just genuinely love this fight. It's really fun. Oh. Dang. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. This is just gonna have to be a healing round. I think it's because it wants its food to play with. I'm guessing why it spares you is Chris working with the knight. Why does Suzu always get targeted even when she hasn't started taunting the knight? I mean, I've had so much time to stew on Deltarune theories over the months since the new chapters came out. There's so many little details in this fight that kind of could imply details about who the knight is, like where all of the character alignments are. I mean, the simple fact that Chris doesn't get killed nearly as hard as the other party members. The knockout message for Chris. Okay, Susie is hurt and beaten. Ralze is reduced to fluff. Chris kneels down. One of these things is a little less violent than the other. I wonder. Anyway. And the knight looks pretty deer-shaped. Questions. Say, the black knife. That sword sure is awfully baseball bat-shaped. I wonder if there's any particular deer character with a lot of miscellaneous sports equipment on hand who is distinctly missing, and it's a core plot point of the story. Didn't think we'd still be standing, did you? Oop. Ah. Ooh, I got completely washed on that one. Rip. Yeah, this run's not going great. That's fine, we'll just keep swinging. Thing is, you actually messed up picking a fight with us. Did she now? Did she now? Are you sure about that, Susie? I'm kind of throwing super hard at the moment. Very interesting. Your loss here is all but guaranteed. You know, Toby was kicking his feet in the air while writing blatantly Carol Knight dialogue to throw people off. Pretty sure it's Carol since she favors Chris over Susie. Could be. Like, at this point, I'm pretty locked in on the idea that the knight is Des. It just it makes the most sense to me. The thing is, you messed up picking a fight with us. Susie, shut the fuck up. Shall we hasten? Yes. We only get to hear the scream one more time, so. Come on, it's a baseball bat, dude. Pick up your bat. Do 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 do. Oh, okay. Whew. Oh no! I got knocked into it. Oh well. Looked away at the wrong time yet again. Okay, let's start over. I need to stop. I'm like, on the one hand, I want to geek out about Deltarune theories and whatnot. On the other hand, I also need to pay attention so I don't die. The eternal struggle of playing this. It'd be narratively satisfying if Des, the missing girl, the one connected to Asgore's prize status, was the knight. Yeah. That's the thing. It's just thinking about it from a writing perspective. It just makes a lot of sense. And I've been thinking about a lot of things relating to perhaps the little bit of Des that could still be there inside the knight's consciousness. Like, if she is being possessed, for example, if the knight is some dark world entity associated with the Titans, and it's possessing Des, and, like, using her connection to the light world to go around opening up fountains or something. Because that's my main thought process at the moment. And so there's that little bit of Des in there that's, like, seeing Susie, for example, who is, like, this, who is kind of filling in a similar position as Des. Because from what we can gather of Des, just based on, like, her room at the house, a little bit like the bits of backstory we hear about from Chris and, well, hearing about it mainly from Noelle, but also in reference to the sort of friendship that was there between Chris and Des, and, like, you know, hearing about her and Asriel's relationship. And, like, you learn these things about Des, and it sounds like she was kind of like tough girl, like tough goth girl type thing going on. Punk girl, whatever. And then you look at Susie. And you look at, like, how Susie is kind of filling in a similar role in the world. I feel like there might be some like, feeling of jealousy in there, where, like, Des is trapped and suffering as this dark world being controlled by the night, or just being the night. And the fact that this fight, Susie is the strongest contender for dealing with the night. Like, I would argue the easiest way to win this fight is putting the Shadow Mantle on Susie, because she's the tankiest member by default. So the fact that Susie is the main one fighting the night, and then you have the cutscene afterward and everything. Anyway. Let me just keep fighting. Let me keep playing. Maybe Carol just uses Des' wiffle ball bat to remember her. Who knows? Yeah. That's the thing. Nobody knows at the end of the day. Nobody actually knows. And we're not gonna know till sometime next year. Potentially. Probably longer than that, if the knight's identity isn't revealed till chapter 6 or 7. I saw a theory that friend was the physical manifestation of the Lightner's fear of the dark, or rather fear of what might be there when they aren't looking. I mean, based on the design, I could see that. I mean, having just like the look of that kind of fits the vibe of spooky creature in the dark. Yeah, I don't know. Let's keep going. Alright. Of course, all the fast stuff had to go into the same corner. Actually, Chris could probably heal. Top off Susie. You need to watch a recap video. I mean, my stream VODs are still up if you want to watch those. You could just refresh yourself there too. I always move in too early on this one. That's always the problem. Cause it's a very large projectile, but it's okay. Do I? Yeah, I need Ralze to be alive. I also have Susie heal herself. There we go. Like, I feel like it is worth noting that Des and Chris were quite close before she went missing. Which is a part of why I kind of lean more into that angle on it, where it's like, like the part of Des that's in the night right now is play fighting with Chris. But Des doesn't know Susie or Ralze, or at the very least she doesn't care much about them. Which is why she's not holding back. But, you know, yeah. I hear fight with Kieran in Monster Hunter Stories in the other tab when I feel like attempting it again. If you want to recap, remember to like and subscribe. Hit that bell for the future full Deltarune playthrough in like 7 years. Hell yeah, brother. I mean, at the very least for the next chapter where you can watch me experience levels of torment and dread that you never thought possible. Because of my deep fascination with playing the weird route. I almost had that one. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Nice. We gotta do the teeth again on this round. You actually messed up picking a fight with us, did you? At the moment, it's looking like we made a mistake. Whew. No KOs. Huge. No death on that move this time. The knight carries on down into the bunker at the end of the chapter, so how can a theoretically dead person who's also a teenager carry a full-grown adult into the bunker? I know, there's some pretty jacked teenagers out in the world. A person's physique does not necessarily correlate to their age. You could have someone in their mid-20s who's, like, super fragile because they never work out. And if Des is fairly athletic. But also in that same vein, look at the knight. Look at the sheer scale of that being. This is a demonic shadow beast with superpowers. I think we can make a reasonable assumption that we can probably get around that through magic. Toby wanted to put all our attention to said movement, and by proximity the shape of the knight's blade, which in the same sprite, it looks like a bat. Come on. We have zero clue if Death might also be changed in the light world like the knight is in the dark world. I mean, fair enough. True. I suppose the logic I'm going with is also that, considering, okay, so our Dark World, like Chris's Dark World form, Susie, and even Ralze, are all pretty, like, reasonable. Like, they're not too crazy compared to their Light World form. Like, they just have more saturated colors and, like, the fancy outfits and weapons. I mean, hell, Susie has a giant battle axe. And she's relatively strong in the Light World, seemingly. But also, it's a big battle axe. That's the thing. It's all guesswork at the end of the day, true. Darkness can't leave to the Light World. I just feel like I'm feeling like has to be some anomaly with the Knight in particular, most likely in relation to the Titans, in that it's a dark being that can enter the Light World because it's powerful enough to maintain its form. Like, it's that high level of a threat. Oh. That was a botch. I completely forgot that I picked route, damn it. It's fine. It's fine. I got Chris and Ralze behind me. Waste of a dinner. It's okay. Every dark world form correlates to the light world form, like literally everything. Only inanimate objects change, which might say something about Des if she's changed that much in the dark. That she's now an object, yeah. Oh, that would be a brutal reveal. You finally find Des in Chapter 7, you have your final battle with the Knight. After you beat the Knight, it reverts back to being Des, and you have this really heartfelt reunion with Noelle and Des meeting each other again, and then you seal the dark world. And you're like in the bunker or like in the middle of the woods or something, wherever that fountain ends up being. And then and then you're looking around, hey, where's Des? And then there's a bat. There's a fucking baseball bat leaning against a tree. Or a guitar, yeah, there's just a guitar leaning against a tree. And that's all you get. Chapter end. That would be brutal. But I could see that happening. Not gonna lie. It could be Asgore. I seriously doubt it would be Asgore. He still has to be a super boss in the next chapter. He still has to have his crazy throwdown with Sans. Did you jitterbug with my wife? Who knows? What you gonna do about it, old man? Nah. Even if you knock me down, as long as Chris and Ralsei are here. Okay, this move fucks me up real bad. The version with the ring. I'm terrible at that attack. But it's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Hell no, sis thought it was a lie. Listen, so a large part of a lot of why I've been like theorizing stuff is in part due to the weird route. Because the fact that the weird route is so laser focused on Noelle for some reason makes me think that the knight has to be Des, because there's going to be some reason why later on being in complete control of Noelle is going to be important for dealing with the knight. Because perhaps there's going to be a moment where you really need Noelle to like help you fight the knight, but you've like perhaps learned definitively that the knight is Des at that point, and Noelle obviously wouldn't be able to bring herself to fight because she doesn't want to fight her sister. So then you have to have this twisted moment of being like, no, you're going to help us fight the knight. Because otherwise, we all die. Or some character is going to get hurt due to not being in complete control of the situation. But yeah, no idea. Perfect. Flawless so far. You promised Chris you wouldn't forget. You wouldn't let her forget. Don't care, Noelle Snowgrave. Okay, so if I can go through the entire, like, the specific scene that I've headcanoned at this point. Hold on, I know there's a lore between Fren and Noelle from an article, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know too much about, like, the secondary materials. Like, when there was the whole Spamton sweepstakes thing, I never looked into any of that, but apparently a lot of it was relevant to Chapter 3 and 4. Asgore tries fighting the knight, and it goes like, what's a knight compared to a king? And then he just dies. That'd be rough. But no, so the way I've kind of thought about it is that there's gonna be some situation in a later chapter, either like 6 or 7, and you'll have Noelle in the party at that point, let's say. Like, maybe she'll be a permanent team member at that point. Or it'll be a situation where maybe, like, Ralsei is out of commission for some reason. And so you have, like, Chris, Susie, Noelle. And then you're gonna be, like, you'll be walking, you'll see, like, the fountain off in the distance. It'll be, like, one of those shots, like, fountain in the background as you walk through a nice scene. Characters are talking to each other, and then out of nowhere, one of the knight's, like, sword projectiles comes flying in from the side of the screen, like, mid-sentence. And then the sword would be aimed at Susie, because Susie is the only one who could truly contend with the knight. Just going off of, like, how the conclusion of the knight fight plays out. Where, like, they clash and Susie breaks the weapon like, she damages the knight's sword. Which in turn would make the knight go like, oh, well, you're annoying. Let me just deal with you while you're unaware. And then as this sword is flying toward Susie, Noelle jumps in the way and eats the hit because, oh, I can't let my girlfriend get stabbed. And then Noelle gets injured. Probably not killed, but like seriously injured from it. And then the piece of Des inside the knight starts to go berserk because the dark being that is the knight forced Des to hurt her own sister. And because the knight is in this chaotic state, that would make it vulnerable for you to actually defeat it for real. But perhaps there'd be another set of circumstances where in the weird route, you could change that scenario because you'd have control over Noelle. I don't know. That was something that I was thinking about as like a hypothetical scene that could happen in a later chapter, but obviously that's my like wild headcanon, so don't need to read into it too hard, obviously. What do you mean find her? She found us and I would have preferred if she didn't. Or else they'll be mourning the loss of his father, Mr. Chalkenheimer, who Susie ate in chapter 1. I hope the weird route somehow ends in you killing Sam. Yeah, what if he just does it? What if Toby is just like, hey, you know what? What if I did another Sans boss fight? What if I really like hardcore lock in the whole thing of him being like an interdimensional time warrior? Right? He just like hard leans into the whole like gimmick of Sans being this like legendary, like universal timeline, all-knowing entity of judgment. Like, even though he's had none of that going on in Deltarune, he's just like, oh, he's a random goofy skeleton who's trying to bang your mom. And then he's just suddenly the final boss again. I'd be a little annoyed, I'll admit. It would be funny, but I don't know. I'm hoping Weird Route ends with you, the soul, fighting Chris. I want to see like Undertale first-person perspective boss fight against Chris. Or they bring back the vessel from character creation at the very, very beginning, and you pilot the vessel to fight Chris. Just like, no, you're not being, it's like, no, you're not cooperating with what I want you to do enough, Chris. Let me bring in a real vessel. Let me bring in a more willing subject to fight you. So that the story can play out my way. Sans tries to pull the same thing in Deltarune, but gets insta-killed because the soul's vessel is way too powerful this time. Maybe. Yeah, this version of Sans isn't nearly as strong. We'll be curious to see. I'm so glad they nerfed the sword holder. Oh, that makes the fight, like, infinitely easier. Oh. Looked away at the wrong time again. Because I just can't stop myself. And then I take a ton of damage on a move that's otherwise easy. It's okay, it's okay. Yeah, actually. So have Chris heal himself, Susie heal Ralsei, and Ralsei defend. Alright. I always get wedged in the corner. I need to stop doing that. Because they all just cluster into the same spot. Hope there's a boss with friends. feel like Toby's gonna use the Knight Sprite for one of the optional NPCs just to fuck us over. Really funny seeing how people were really focused on the your choices don't matter dialogue to the point of disregarding alt ending theories only for chapter 4 to reveal it was a lie. Sans dodges left, not knowing the fighting system is different this time. Everybody's hurt, which is not great. Alright, let's do the teeth. The crystals, whatever you want to call it. I feel like it looks like teeth because of the way it splits. It's like big creepy jaws. And like the way it's like chomping up and down. That's why I always just call it the teeth. Shockingly didn't take much damage from it though. But also we're about to do the spinning swords, which is probably going to be another death. Unless it starts me in a really favorable position. Oh wait, no, it's Sword Hallway next. Yeah, spinning swords is after this. There we go. Easy peasy. Feel surrounded. Yeah, I think this round I'm just gonna go purely on the defensive. Susie with the heal, Ralze with defend. Oh! No death! Let's go! Alright, furthest we've gotten so far tonight, boys. Mostly people portray Chris working with the knight. I feel like Chris is just some average Joe teenager with good piano skills, craving shocking milk while the soul manipulates them. I mean, maybe. Because, like, Chris, the thing is, Chris does have a pretty reasonable volition beyond being the player character's the player's vessel. Especially in Weird Route, because when you look at Weird Route and the way Chris acts in that one, I don't know. They're like the whole conversation with Noelle in chapter 4, where Chris is like very genuinely concerned about what happened in chapter 2 and is like trying to console her. And it's like, oh wow, we really are ruining this kid's life, aren't we? Like, wow. Anyway, proceed. I think one of like the major, with the idea of Chris potentially working with the knight though. Also, thanks for hanging out, William. Thank you. Have a good sleep. Yeah, with the idea of Chris working with the knight. What was that? What was I thinking of? A large part of the story that I think it's ultimately going to come down to is that let's say hypothetically that the knight is Des and Chris is Chris, of course, and if they're colluding with each other, the fact that the Dark Worlds are like these crazy fantasy lands where like magic is real and everyone's just having a good time and like it's a little bit scary, but like the dangers of the Dark World ultimately are not nearly as scary as anything in the real world. Because like the most dangerous thing you're going to deal with in the Dark World is fighting a cartoonish villain who's ultimately not that much of a legitimate threat. Generally speaking, like looking at the chapter 1 through 3 antagonists, none of them are like a hardcore serious threat. They're all kind of goofy. Even the king in chapter 1, as violent as he is, or as like intimidating as he seems at first, he's still mostly just kind of he's still kind of goofy. And then cut to the real world where Chris has to deal with the harsh reality of, hey, My parents, who I both love dearly, are apart, and I don't really quite get why. Or perhaps if Chris does know, like, how, why Des went missing, and can see that perhaps Asgore is being, like, wrongfully ostracized by the town. And it's like, and my mom doesn't seem to care much, and oh, she's actually spending time with the weird grocery store guy. I don't know how to feel like dealing with the complications of that versus I'm gonna go on a magical fantasy adventure. I think a large part of the story is gonna be about like using fantasy worlds as it's like using escapism to deal with like the harsh difficulties of reality and taking that to the extreme. But who knows? That's where I'm at on my story theories. How come every other fountain is just black and white, but Chapter 3's Dark Fountain gets... yeah. I mean, they're all like super colorful when you get to the end scene. I think the idea of the Dark Fountains just being black is mainly just from a distance. Because like when you're doing the fountain ceiling cutscenes, it gets all like, yeah, it gets all colorful again. So maybe it's that idea, but Tyler's fucking can't sleep because he took a nap. Ah, yeah. Convinced Toby made Sans the most interesting character in Undertale, only for the punchline to be him that he's just some guy that comes in and destroys all Chris' hope and normalcy and family. Alright, felt your chest twisting. I don't remember what move is next. I guess we'll just play it by ear. So, Chris could heal Susie, Rude Buster, and Ralze. We're out of dinners. We're out of heals. We're only like halfway into the fight. Ooh, 158. Let's go. As long as Chris has got a hand to lift me up with, you're never gonna win. You hear me? Oh, this one. Damn it. Oh, Ralsei's dead. Okay. The Knight's Present both weakens your limbs and can make you see things, like the glowing stars of flavor text. Probably the reason it's the Knight's Fountain Theory. The Fountain Theory from the Knight. It's the fountain. Alright, well, Chris, I think you're just gonna have to eat this one. Actually, no. Chris, heal Susie. Susie, do a Rude Buster. Give up. Okay, we're at this attack. We're in the phase 3. We're in round 3 of all the Knight's attacks now. With just Susie. Yeah, Chris just kneels in silence. You're only at -80 and you kneel in silence. Susie is hurt and beaten and Ralze is reduced to fluff. You're just kneeling there. You're not even hurt, are you? This kid. I'm gonna weird route their ass later. That's it, you're getting weird routed for that one, Chris. That's it, I'm loading the Thorn Ring save. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You won't even say a thing, huh? Woo! Smooth moves. Alright. I don't know if I've done enough damage yet. I think that's enough damage. I think you just have to take down, like, a quarter of the health bar, right? Or something. I have way too much muscle memory for this fight. It is a lot, considering that the fight it's the exact same every time. This is very much a fight that you can learn perfectly. once you've got it down. It's really interesting that the knight weakens Chris's body parts for some reason, either an emotional response or the knight's present literally weakening the body, which is freaky. Me shaking my second save file in front of Chris after he dares to think about soaking me with milk and throwing me against the wall again. The knight is probably the most rage-baitable character in all of gaming. You feel cornered. Man, I'm done talking. People like you just piss me off. No! Okay, it's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Heartbeat becomes twisted. Just get Susie off the floor. Botching it horribly. Botching it horribly. There it is! Alright. Well, we're gonna get to see the fun we're gonna get to see the haha funny dialogue for sure. There we go. Alright, well, we're definitely gonna see the funny dialogue. Because I am not confident with my dodging on this one. Pretty sure I can't do it flawlessly, but I will try my absolute best. Woo! Oh! I did it! I thought I was gonna die to the final attack. There we go. I thought we were gonna get the funny. Ah, I felt it there. we were gonna get the funny gaster. Ooh, I felt that one. It's okay. You were almost there. You got this. There we go. We did it. It was only an hour. With half of that time being just me yapping. Gotcha. She's just sitting there for a second like, wait a minute. Wait, hold on, wait. We actually beat it? What? Don't tell me you've had enough already. Come on, we were just getting started. And in that moment, Susie becomes public enemy number 1. Sorry, Dark World enemy number 1. by the Knight's judgment. I remember my strategy was Chris defend, Susie Rude Buster. Yeah, and I mean, it works. Literally just Rude Buster with Susie. It's the only attack you have to do. Your armor, whack. Your aura, whack. I love the Knight's roaring sound effect. It's so, like, considering it's called the Roaring Knight, it's a good thing they got it. They made a good roaring sound effect, because otherwise that would have been really underwhelming. Right? My favorite comment about Chris working with the Knight is Chris being the howling squire. I mean, Chris does like dogs. So, you know. Very loyal Chris is. Very loyal to a certain someone, probably. If there was a fan dub for Deltarune and Chris actually had lines, I would 100% try to VA Chris. Not so tough now, are you? gone! Susie! How could you? Gone, reduced to atoms. Reduced to being nothing more than a horned headband. And with that, the squire is knighted. I mean, come on, the knight doesn't even, like, knock out Chris. Chris doesn't even get swooned. They just get kneeled down in a knighting pose. Like, bro. No. You can't. You can't take her.
Hey, you! Stop! Police! What the hell's going on here? You've got some explaining to do, punk. Hey! What are you doing? Put me down!
Hey. Hey! Where the hell are you going? Wahaha. Shadow crystal added. Black shard added. Somehow, I thought we had won. For a moment. That we would be able to end the battle. Here and now. You were so brave, and yet, in the end, our struggle, it's only beginning. Isn't it? Isn't it, Chris? Chris, I'll be fine. But if I'm hurt this badly, then Susie must be. Chris, you'll make sure she's alright, won't you? Her face contorted. It looks like she's having a nightmare. Now, I'm not going to keep this run because my actual completion file on this one has at least... I think I have one revivement. I'm pretty sure I made it through with one revivement still. So this was technically a worse save. So we're not going to carry through with the rest of it. But yeah, cool. Cool. Fight the knight. I now have video proof that I did do it, instead of me just doing it off screen. So I can feel satisfied. Do the entire secret boss rush. Death is the Hollow Knight, clearly. No one better to contain the infection than a messy, rebellious teenager. Stratus first turn defend with everyone, just attack with everyone using Rude Buster with Susie, only defending when TP is running low. Yeah. There's an Omori fan game where you can fight the knight there. That's interesting. Get to the final attack at the same time as Susie says her final dialogue, as long as you don't use a turn to heal. It's actually not that hard. Trying to learn VA, really just starting with Danganronpa fan dub. POV Roaring Knight after the battle. I'm the biggest bird. Yeah, I wonder what that bird form that it enters is kind of interesting. Because it's hard to tell if it's supposed to be like a cloak or wings. Like, is it supposed to be like emulating a cape or something? But the knight doesn't wear a cape, so it's a bit weird. Yeah, no, the dialogue's really sad. Or playing chat. Ralze's existence is suffering. It's why Ralze is swiftly becoming one of my favorite characters in the whole thing. If Lumen makes it look easy, I'd make it look very easy. Yeah, that was a messy run. I emptied out my entire inventory. That wasn't a very clean run. There's a reason why we didn't go ahead and do the credits there, because I don't want to ruin my good save where I actually have most of my items intact. Des wanted an excuse to become a raven. She's edgy like that. I mean, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, really the most interesting thing about the fight ending that way specifically is the fact that it seems like a worse outcome, technically. Like, the dialogue makes it seem like a worse outcome. Because when you just get defeated by the knight and move on, instead of doing the super boss, Toriel is sleeping peacefully. She's not having a nightmare, she's just having a nice dream. Everything's okay. Ralze doesn't have that moment of, like, of just feeling completely defeated. Like, oh, we fought so hard and it was pointless. So Ralze's, like, extra depressed after that fight, too. I have several runs beating the knight with no heals, lowest defense, and no mantle. Yes, I'm unapologetically bragging. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to pretend to be some bullet hell master. I just really love the story of Deltarune. Like, that's why I'm here. God damn it, now I want to boot. Now I want to... Now I'm like, man, now I want to boot up chapter 4 and go do the holiday house and watch my favorite cutscene again. You know what? We haven't watched the version of the cutscene with the updated animation. Let's do it. I'm in the mood. And I hope all you are too. Let's do it. I never managed to beat the knight or any super boss for that matter. They are so I'll be honest. I still think Jevil is the hardest one, simply because of how limited your skill set is at the time. You don't have the same level of party control. And so the method for clearing Jevil, especially if you're trying to do it the passive way to get the tail, sucks. It sucks bad. And I feel like it kind of makes sense, because that's the fight that you have to beat. You have to beat that fight flawlessly in order to keep the cake. Or you just put the cake away in your storage, I guess, so it's not tempting you. But like the fact that the fact that the top cake healing item is obtained in chapter 1 and you have to beat Jevil without needing to use it in order to keep it for later chapters. I don't know. The Jevil fight pisses me off. I'm not good at it. Like, the knight at least has a very specific pattern that can be learned flawlessly. And how, like, Spamton Neo, he's not too crazy either. The chapter 4 super boss is like, you're intended to beat it, it feels like. I just turned in the top cake for the spin cake. Well, yeah. But the problem is, like, if you want to beat Jevil, it's so tempting where it's like, oh, I'm so close to beating him, but we're out of healing items and all I have left is the cake. I don't know. I've never done it. I've never kept it to get the spin cake. But anyway, to close out the night, let's do my favorite thing, and then we'll wrap up. Oh, do I not have it set up? Oh wait, no. I can just do. We can just start here. I'm gonna be skipping dialogue heavily for the moment. Also, we can go do the diner real quick. Now that I think about it, I didn't do the diner when I did this on stream. Just bear with me for a moment. Jevil shows up, gives you straight up wrong info about Queen, beats your ass and leaves to never speak, and never speaks ever again. I'm kind of hoping that Jevil will show up the same way Spamton does in Chapter 3. At some point. I don't know, considering we're going to be dealing with a certain king in Chapter 5, most likely. If Asgore has a dark world. Because it feels like that's a pretty likely... That seems like a pretty likely direction for Chapter 5 to go, right? Like, Dark World opens up, Asgore and Sans are both there, and they're fighting each other. Or there's some... I don't know. The conflict of Asgore's relationship with Toriel seems like it's going to be important in the next chapter. So having the Jester show up in the chapter with the king would make a lot of sense. Jevil secret dialogue in the Tenafite Trust. You know how in every game all the food looks good? The drinks in Chapter 4 look really good. Fair. Jevil gets his doomed Yowie divorced ex message. Who's that? Is that Rules? Will Rules finally find his truest of love? Sorry, Susie, all that fits your Asriel's old clothes. Oh, Chris, does she not look perfect? She look very nice. Shut up! Don't say that! We're gonna get... Oh, Chris. Oh, Chris. You're going to have a wonderful day at church. And we're going to see your best friend. Your bestest of best friends. Joy. Rules is the most bullied character in the entire game, and I love him for that. Alright, let's move on. Your personal theory is that in the end of the entirety of Deltarune will be one giant polycule with every character except Rules. What is it? What's the fucking meme? It's some post where it's like, I realized why I felt so outcast in my friend group. It's because they were all in a polyamorous relationship and I never knew. Nobody fucking told me. It's a really funny post. Let's see. We'd sleep through it. I have my specific objective in mind.
We don't have any time to waste. We have to get to the bottom of this. The bottom of these two sweet, sweet cups of juice. Church flavor. Anyway, you go ask around about the shelter codes. Me, I'll make sure there's nothing hidden. In here.
Dude, Chapter 5 is gonna be such a banger. I have very high hopes, in part due to, of course, the varying endings, the alternate endings for this chapter. I need that drink. If I go make my 25% red and 75% yellow juice combo,
I know she'll make fun of me for it somehow.
And there we go. Nice juice combo. Looks cool. I like how Susie physically cannot consume something without pretending she's brutally murdering it while doing so. The dialogue was literally just Jevil betting 30 on no damage. Noelle with the fun gang. Yeah, I feel like Noelle's probably going to become a permanent party member at Chapter 3, or at least she'll stick around longer. It won't, like, you won't have the circumstances of Chapter 2. I don't know, perhaps there'll be a thing where, like, Ralsei doesn't show up. That would be a good twist, actually. Like, you get sucked into the dark world of Chapter 5. And then you start, and, like, you're walking around with Susie. And then Ralsei, he just doesn't show up. For whatever reason, Ralsei is just unable to access the particular dark world. So then, of course, you get Noelle. And I mean, Noelle has the same spells as Ralsei. She has Pacify. Or she has Sleep Mist, which is functionally the same thing. And she has a heal. So she could play the same role as Ralsei, technically. I don't know, though. Is that my special? Drink the juice in front of her.
I think I'm feeling a little bit bad today.
No. No, we're gonna be bad in a different way. Gonna disappear now, bye-bye. Alrighty, thanks for hanging out. You wanna talk about something? No! Shelter. Put hay inside new house for Susie. The shelter, it's a place for people to survive the emergency. Ever since I moved here, it's been closed for some reason. Felt like useful info.
Come on, Angel.
Oh my, I just thought about that. Dude, Weird Route player using Chris's body to say lines that hold some kind of ominous weight. I just thought about that. Just play it off as Chris pranking Noelle, but you're using the creepy shit that happens throughout Weird Route. Instead of Chris like pretending to be a monster, it's Chris talking about like things freezing, calling Noelle Angel a lot without like just unflinching. She's essentially just Ralsei, but better, so I doubt she'll be a long-term member. Well, that's what I mean. Like, specifically for Chapter 5. Or something. As like a switch up. And then maybe depending on what route you're playing in, or some other factors, maybe that would impact whether Noelle is in the team carrying forward or not. Imagine how terrifying it would be for Chris, but also funny from the soul's perspective, to have something that knows more about everything about your life than you. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I mean, that's just that's premonitions, but evil. That's a self-sabotaging premonition. Your conscience, not your conscience. Just like, yeah, you have precognitive powers that are sentient and intentionally torment you. Oh, that'd be fucked. But funny. Chris, you came over to check on me? That's really nice of you. Do you think I could talk to you later? Key? Yeah. I think I was singing a bit off key. Can you blame me for being distracted? Chrismeister, hey, what's the deal, Snowmobile? Locked out? Noelle wasn't stuck outside the gate again, was she, Chris? Carol, damn. Keep telling her to keep a key at City Hall, but she insists on keeping everything important at home. Like when Noelle was a kid, she made paper snowflakes for Carol to hang up at work. Carol just wouldn't take them there, because she wanted to keep the damn things safe. She preserved them and stuck them up on the wall at home. Of course, you know Noelle, she had to cry over that, till she went and made snow angels with you guys. After that, she forgot she was sad at all. Anyway, what was I saying? There we go. Number 1 rated Big Shot 1990. Is that the Spampton G Spampton? Wow. Bum, 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 bum. I forgot. Out of curiosity, in the standard route, does this background music still play while Susie's talking here, or is that a weird route thing? I don't remember. Obviously, I haven't done standard route still. We should do it at some point. I did actually. I have a chapter 2 save file that I'm doing right now with a specific strategy that I'm setting up for the future. But yeah. Imagine a second playthrough Soul whispering important story beats to Chris. Yeah? I wish. No, that's what I want to play as a spoiler hound. I want to tell everyone in the game that they're just characters in the video game and see what happens. One looks like a badge the cops wear, so Undyne probably knew something too. One looked like a pine tree, and the mayor likes trees, right? I mean, there's one in City Hall. Maybe that's why the knight captured Undyne? They wanted to take their codes so they could get in. But in that case, they'd have to know the other 2 codes too. Someone who goes to the church, who knows the mayor. Who else has something to do with the who also has something to do with the cops? Who the hell could that be? Guess City Hall's our best bet for now. What? Noelle said her mom keeps everything important at home? Yeah, wait, now that I think about it. The mayor's Noelle's mom, right? Maybe if we tried... Chris? And Susie? Would you want to come by my house? And work on our projects after church? Huh? Yeah, of course. Great. I'll, go bring my dad back to the hospital. Cool, that's, awesome. See you later. Too easy, right? Boom, gimme 5! Sure. What's up? You, got something against Noelle, Chris? Like, hey, maybe things took a weird route right now? Oh, hey, we got Tina here, too, wow. Got some real stars in the chat, eh? Cowabungadero. Who'd expect she'd ask us like that? But we should be glad it's going so fast, right? Hey,
How about some of the red stuff? No? Your loss. No, you're gonna want it later. Let's just go already.
Oh, Chris, Susie, how about going to the diner? I have to come back to church in a few hours for choir practice. It'd be nice to have a little treat before then.
Oh, Tori! What a coincidence seeing you here. Just after church ended, too.
Oh, hello, Asgore.
Oh, Tori, would you look at that? Seems I had some extra flowers lying around, and...
Asgore, I think I have to go. I'm sorry. Can we talk later?
Of course. Well, little blossoms, we tried our best. Just hope Asriel will be able to see us all back to normal. Oh! Oh, Chris, how are you doing? Would you like some flowers?
All the roleplay and shit. Toby looking for ways to make Asgore more divorced our chapter. I'm hoping for the Asgore redemption. I'm hoping by chapter 5 we get to see it.
Anyway, see you later, alligator.
Hey, let's change the hell out of these clothes. Now what? Want to check up on Ralsei at school? We should probably catch him up on the plan. Or I guess we could go to Noelle's first. Whatever you want to do, do it. It's the weekend.
Milkman. Alright, now we're not gonna be doing this thorough because there's one little thing that I care about doing right now. There's one teensy little thing that I just want to do real quick. I guess two. Technically two teensy little things. We have to invoke the dark arts. There's $5 in your brother's drawer. You reluctantly borrowed $5.
Look, if he didn't take it, he didn't need it, right?
We're only loading this playthrough to inflict dread into Chris. No need to get sidetracked. Exactly. See, now you're getting it. Single-minded devotion. Single-minded ambition.
Here after church, hon? That's nostalgic. Let me guess, the usual special? It'll be $5. Yes. Alright then, hon. You two sit wherever you like.
The diner, huh? Haven't eaten here since your mom took me. I remember plowing into my food with a runny nose. Probably became every janitor's worst enemy after that. But it's funny. Even though I was only making a mess, her face looked so happy. Just sitting there, smiling, watching me. Kinda like you're doing now. Jeez. Chris, anyone tell you your family's goddamn weird?
I'm a fan of large tough girls. Anyway,
Here you go. And here's a little something extra for your friend.
Huh?
If you need anything else, just holler.
haven't eaten here since your mom took me. Susie, this is no time for your mom jokes.
Alright, Chris. Don't hold anything back! Ew. Want the last bite of my sundae? Aw, too slow, haha. So, guess we should get going, huh? What are you doing? Breathing on the window? Is that me? Not bad, you know. Here, let me draw something. It's you. What do you think?
Looks bad, she.
What can I say? I'm an artist. Even got your ear in there. One of them. Whatever. Look, I made you talk. Susie rules.
Make Susie drawing talk, yes.
What are you? I wouldn't say that. And then the rain fell down and washed everything away. Huh? Are you writing something?
Just writes a help me, I'm being I'm being forced to do this against my will.
Chris, I can never tell when you're messing around.
Yeah, it's unfortunate in this situation, isn't it?
Well, let's get out of here. You mind cleaning your place up a bit first, hon? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Alright, let's go.
Okay, so you can actually react. So it is not character growth. I'm just saying character progression. Because in chapter 1, you try to respond to Susie and she cuts you off no matter what you do. Because your choices don't matter in this world. Right? Character growth. If you're able to keep up with her, you can.
Alright, we made it. Now where the hell's Noelle? Damn, I'm getting bored. Chris, got any snacks? That works, I guess. Susie, Chris, hi. Sorry I'm late. I just had to... Yeah?
Is that a rose?
This? Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, shoot, did you want some? I can pick up the stem if you... No, it's fine. This way. What?
Noelle, this isn't even the weirdest thing that's gonna happen to you today. You gotta chill. Listen, Noelle, I know you had a thing for your sister and Susie reminds you of her, but, like, you gotta chill.
Here's my house. Sorry, it's not much, but... The hell? It's huge! I'm already getting lost just standing here. Oh, really? Then, here, I'll show you around.
Noelle joined your study group.
Oh, you.
Chris, I know you enjoy watching this Yuri will be happy, but I may remind you we're in the second save file. So let's make it doomed, shall we? I think it's doomed in the main save file, not gonna lie. I think the standard route, it's not gonna work. I think one of them is gonna die. I'm pretty sure. That's what I'm running with for now. Like, playing the game completely normal, I'm guessing either Noelle or Susie is gonna die by the end. Like, either Noelle is gonna be used for some purpose, and whatever the angel is, Considering...
Come on, Angel. Don't you want to get stronger?
Welcome to my ho-ho home.
Says the ho-ho-ho. Anyway.
Chris, let's start searching. Okay. Let's meet at the couch when you're done searching.
Why does she have her terrified expression? That's reserved for... Hey, that's reserved for actual Weird Route cutscenes. That or Susie will try to avoid finding love because she doesn't want the prophecy to happen. The prophecy says the girl will find love, so... But what if Noelle is the girl? And the love in question could be a variety of different characters. I still love this track, though. I love the holidays. And I know Chris does, too. Anyway. Hold on, let me set... There's something I want to try to set up real quick. Can I... No? That doesn't do anything. Hang on. Oh, those are all like audio effects. Never mind. Oh. My form is expanding. This is my true ethereal form. Chris DELTARUNE, your sentence being reduced from second save file Weird Route to third save file Eternal Replay. Susie thinks she's the girl, and she thinks love is literally love, so yeah. What about... Whoa, we're in some kind of spook zone. Alright, I don't have an option that does exactly what I was hoping it would, but that's okay. Anyway. Sorry, enough of me playing around with blending modes for my model. Enough of me playing around with effects. Domain expansion.
Okay, should we get started?
We will be spooked in the dark.
Oh, yeah, sure. So what are your projects about? Oh, well, sorry, phone call. I'll be just a sec. Hi, Mom. What's up? Yeah, I took Dad home, so it's just me here. Huh? No problem. I can probably just cook something. Gosh, Mom, I'm not gonna burn myself. Okay, see you later tonight. She should be more worried about me getting freezer burn. Ha ha ha. Sorry, fa ha ha. Sorry, should we go ahead and start our projects? Wait. Huh? Don't we need more, like, stuff? Like, you know, paper, pencils, project stuff?
Chris, you should look for it.
Huh. Gosh, you're right, Susie. Chris, I think there was some stuff in my room. You know? If you wanted to go look.
Damn, can't believe that worked. Go look for clues before Noelle gets suspicious.
Hell yeah, Susie, she gets it. Dude, I want the route where Noelle is third wheeling Chris and Susie. That's all I'm saying. I want that route.
Chris, if you can't find any pencils or anything, I can come help you find them later.
Look at how willing to help she is. See, this is the true route. That's all I'm saying. Oh, we're gonna be intimately familiar with that room in just a moment, Chris. Don't you worry. You're gonna love what I have, Chris. You're gonna love what we have in store. Noelle's down bad for Susie, and the only person that doesn't know is Susie. I don't know. I'm enjoying the whole bit of like. Okay, it kind of goes in line with a lot of stuff in Deltarune, but the fact that Deltarune is not Undertale. It's very specifically not Undertale. And like the obvious parallel of like nerdy girl and tough girl lesbians, where you had Undyne and what was it, Undyne and fucking Alphys. The fact that that's not the case here necessarily, it's because this game would not be nearly as compelling if it was just Undertale again. There's a reason why the story is so interesting. It's like, it's familiar characters, but everything is so different. Also, yeah, no, I know, that's the thing. They have not, there are plot holes. There are serious plot holes if you cancel Weird Route in Chapter 4. Hopefully they'll address some of those in the future. Like, go back and do some rewrites. Because, like, in Chapter 2, it works fine. In Chapter 2, you're just going on like a chaotic romp through the city and making Noelle freeze a bunch of stuff. But then once you get to Birdley, you don't equip the Thorn Ring, and then you're fine. And you just carry on as usual. It's completely standard from then onward. So yeah, hopefully they'll address it. Like, they need to have something where it's like, if you cancel Weird Route in Chapter 4, there should be a moment where like, maybe even in Chapter 5 or Chapter 6 or something, there'd be a moment where Noelle brings it up, like, hey, so what was all that about with the Thorn Ring? I'm curious. Or she'll bring it up and Susie will be like, wait, what happened when you were... It's like, when did that happen? It's like, oh, it was when you and Rousey separated and we're doing your thing in the city. I encountered Noelle. And I made her kill a bunch of Darkners. I like the plot holes, makes it feel like you're breaking the story to a fundamental level. Yeah. I just feel like it should be addressed a little. Or at the very least, when they bring up things that didn't happen, there should be a little slight bit of acknowledging where, like, the character, maybe even, like, just change the character portrait so that they look confused. Like, wait, where they're saying the line that's supposed to happen, but they don't know why, because that event didn't actually happen. I don't know, though.
Anyway.
Also, I was reading way too fast. The code for the door it's pretty blatant. Chris, you're being a little premature here. Why is your hand already out? We're not even reading out the code. How overeager are you? This is why you're getting weird routed. Anyway, the code is 122. I thought it said 123 because I was reading too fast back when we streamed this originally. So it's 12:25, obviously, because Christmas is like the most important day. Hell, at this point, I'm convinced Des went missing on Christmas. With how like relevant that date is in the plot. And how prevalent Christmas is as a theme in the game. It's like, that has to be the case.
Chris, are you up here? Chris, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. You know, just the two of us. If you don't mind, I mean. I'll be in my room, okay?
You can't stop it, and you're going to have to watch a second time. I already know what's going to happen, but you don't.
December 25th, Christmas night. Oh yeah, I wonder. This was a Christmas game. I mean, it's alright. This was a Christmas. Listen, there's a reason why we're playing it right now. In the holy month of December. Blessed be all. Oh, there we go.
I'm crawling through the walls.
I don't think there's anything else noteworthy that we can go do right now. I forgot. Yeah, because the vents shouldn't be open, I don't think. Maybe they are, actually. Oh, no, it is. Yeah, something I did miss. Because I was so laser focused on, you know, progressing weird route. Yeah, the knight is Krampus. That's why it's a dark horned beast. There you go. The final credits theme. The final credits theme is don't forget I'm with you in this silent night. Jingle bells, Ralsei smells, birdly laid an egg. Anyway, so there was that. I missed the piano. Which, when you're in this version of events, you can just freely ruin that piano as much as you want. When you're playing it standard, Chris is in that room on the phone with somebody, slamming some holiday juice. Oh yeah, and then there's this as well. Yeah, Chris is slamming holiday juice, and if you go and mess with the piano, they chuck the glass at you or something. I forgot. They chuck something at you. And then grab you and shove you back in the gift box. The soul was a Christmas present all along, and Chris just didn't believe in Christmas enough to see it. It's also revealed the present was a full-body fursuit. Birdley, did you lay this egg?
Damn, I moved everything, but I can't find anything.
This is also where you get the context, where when you're doing a weird route version of events, Susie is the one who goes around snooping in the house. While Chris and Noelle are talking. And you get to see that firsthand where she's just like digging around here. Unfortunately, I tried for a really long time. I thought ringing the bells would make her react in some way. I don't think it does though. At most, like
Oh, wonder how Chris's search is going.
I forgot if she like turns her head or anything, but it doesn't lead to anything from what I could tell. Chris went on to fully ignore their identity, put on a fursuit, living as a monster forever, never resolving their issues. But hey, Christmas. You know, this is a very
Nothing to do but keep looking, I guess.
This is actually this is a very personal story to Tricky Tony. This is the story of how he got the dog as his mascot. This is his elaborate coming out story as being a furry. Like it's not obvious already. I don't think she says anything else. It's funny that the real name part of Toby Fox isn't Toby, but it's actually Fox. One of his names is Fox. Wow. Wait, so Toby Fox is a pseudonym? I never actually knew that. I kind of just assumed.
Finally.
Anyway.
To be honest, I've kind of been waiting for a chance for us to be alone all day. There's something I want to talk to you about, Chris. I want to talk to you about last night. Last night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, all I could see was snow. I was terrified, Chris. Terrified it was all real. I went out on the porch to breathe, and that's when I felt it. A hand on my wrist. I froze, and then I heard your voice. Chris's voice. You said sorry for taking your watch, Noelle. You said it was all a stupid prank. You said Birdley's gonna get better. And you put the watch back on my wrist. You said sorry for being weird at the hospital, Noelle. You said it was all a stupid prank. You said Birdley was gonna get better. Chris, your voice. Your deadpan mumbly voice. Even if you sounded kind of weak and shaky. I don't know why, but It felt so long since I heard it. I even started sniffling. Chris, you're back. Chris, thank you. Well, no thanks for pranking me, but... Chris, can I say something else?
Still love this detail as well, where literally, please don't, positions the heart so you're still stuck in the vent. Like in gameplay, it keeps you out of the scene. Now, as much as I want to let the alternative method of this scene play out, I wanna watch it again.
Chris, there was something else you did. Something else I have to ask you about. After you said all of that, you took my hand and pulled a thorn out of my finger. Then you said that when I saw you again, you said not to mention you did any of this, or...
Well, Noelle, I'm just saying, listen, I don't want to be that guy. I really don't want to be that guy. But Chris told you not to bring it up.
You had one job. You had one job. And you couldn't even do that. And that's why you need to become a vessel too. Chris, it's okay. It's just us. You just said not to mention any of that because it'd get heard. Chris, it's okay. It's just us. Who's going to hear?
My favorite detail is that the song that's gonna play is titled Me. The song, you know. That there. It's titled Me. I really love how Toby names OSTs. I've always loved how the soundtrack is named. Cause there's some bangers.
Chris, your voice. It... Chris, that's another joke, right? That voice. How? The voice from my dream. It was never a dream.
And yes, I am reading your thoughts right now. It's actually, you see, you're communicating to me by method of text box on a screen because you're a video game character, Noelle. Didn't you know? How terrifying it must be to suddenly be unable to respond with your own words when you thought the soul was away, only to realize the soul is listening. Yeah! Hey, listen, if Toby Fox wants to characterize me as a horrible parasite, then I might as well embrace it and turn this shit into, the Thing. Might as well make this, the Thing, but with furries. Just embrace it. Why not? And to be fair, if someone told me not to mention any of this, my last thought would be there's something constantly listening to this person's conversations. I should not mention it when we're alone.
No. There's no way. They heard... There's no way they heard my thoughts.
Oh, I heard.
What are you talking about, Chris? I didn't say anything. It's impossible. That's impossible! It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, no, it's not a coincidence. Now see, okay, no. So that's the last option. Right there, it's not a coincidence is the last chance to back down. Because all of the dialogue options from here onward, there's no back down anymore. That's the final one. If you're gonna cancel it out, that's your last chance.
If you can hear me, say red or blue. Red. Say green or black. Green.
I like saying red and green here. Because Christmas.
Say it didn't happen. Say it didn't snow.
Oh, it happened.
You're lying. You're lying.
Noel becomes stronger. I feel like that one's more ominous as well, because between like Noel will become stronger and Noel becomes stronger. Because Noel becomes stronger, it's so much more like, because it's more video gamey. Like that is, you know, that's what the game says. It like adds that extra layer of just completely deconstructing reality. Because like Noel will become stronger is like, it's creepy in its own right, because it's leaning into the whole thing. I don't know. I like the phrasing of Noel becomes stronger. Because the fact that it implies it already is happening, it like it further reinforces just the fact that the root is now perma-locked. It helps reinforce that there's no coming back at this point.
Equip. Chris? Chris, what is that?
Proceed.
Chris? That's not the thorn, is it? That's not the thorn ring, is it?
Proceed.
Chris, come on. You still... What about last night? What about... Didn't you want to protect me?
Proceed.
Why can't I move? Why can't I look away? Noel, do something! I think I need... Gosh, I think I have to...
Was there always an extra equip tab here? I don't remember this, actually. I don't remember there being another text box here to equip. Huh. Interesting. Well, anyway, we can see the updated animation now.
Chris?
Yeah. Little more hardcore than a single red pixel. And I kind of liked the single red pixel, but that one is very thematically appropriate. I did it again! And this certainly won't be the last time.
Chris? Chris, are you okay in there? Just thought I'd let you know. Mayor Carroll's asking everyone to leave. And, I thought you looked a little down today. So I made a special treat for you. Your friend and I will be waiting for you outside with it. Feel better, Chris.
HP. Literally beat half to death. Ball of junk. Reapplied the bandage. So I saw Noelle close against you whispering. Blue glass ear, of course it didn't say anything. Oh. Okay, we're fine. Everything is fine. Wait, nothing to say? Nothing to say about this garbage bin? I feel like you would have a lot to say about this garbage bin. You were really angry at this garbage bin. I wonder why.
Chris, how you doing? Chris, if you aren't feeling your best, perhaps you should just go straight home and rest?
Why do I not remember this sound effect either? Huh. Just this, like, extremely harsh howling wind noise.
Here. I borrowed some sweets and made you a hot chocolate. It's your favorite. Marshmallows, melted candy bars, and a little pinch of cinnamon spice.
Got a hot chocolate.
See you around, Chris.
Guess we can go.
Hot chocolate, topped with homemade marshmallows in the shape of bunnies. Tastes wonderful. Your throat tightened.
So while you're keeping Noelle busy, I looked inside that room next door. There was this weird guitar in there. On the inside of it, there was a code to the shelter. Didn't get to write it down, though. When I went to the living room with it, your dad caught me and started talking to me until, Noelle's mom showed up, super pissed. Great. The hell are we gonna do to go back there now?
Yeah, I wonder. But anyway, we covered what I cared about doing. I wanted to retrace the good old weird route. Cause I was feeling like it. Though, to be honest, I think we will actually do a proper... I will do the proper standard run of Chapter 4. Not so much Chapter 3, because Chapter 3 doesn't really change much between, like, playing weird or normal. Like, Chapter 3 is pretty fixed. The only weird... I don't know, the only, like, special thing you can do there is doing the S rank challenge to get the Shadow Mantle. So I'll probably just like play through that again on my own time with the save file I'm working on to have like a standard route save file. That's the plan for right now. I'll go through chapter 3, get up to the beginning, get up to a completed chapter 3 save. That's standard. And then we can use that to play through chapter 4. And like, I'm generally familiar with some events that happen in the standard route of chapter 4, just from like watching other people's playthroughs and stuff. But it'll still be nice to play through it myself. So yeah, probably gonna do that soon. I mean, hell, maybe next week. if I go ahead and just play through chapter 3 real quick, or in like the next couple days, then we could probably do that. That'd be fun. I would like to. But anyway, that is gonna wrap up the streams for tonight. Whoopsie. I was literally like, I was moving my my microphone and camera away as though I was done before I even did anything else. My bad. But anyway, thank you all very much for hanging out tonight. I hope you had a good time. Hope it was a fun stream. Technically a couple of streams, but it was technically, it's one stream split in two for the sake of organization. But yeah. Anyways, just a minute here. Don't think we can really do raid or anything, so yeah. Go and wrap things up. Head pats, of course. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, anyway, let's see. So for next week, what do I got in store? There probably won't be a stream on Saturday next week. We might shift it back, so I'll do like a Thursday, Friday thing, maybe. Definitely Friday, possibly Thursday, Friday, but no Saturday because I'm gonna be out of town for the weekend. For a family thing. But yeah, no, considering I'm very much in the Deltarune mood again. I mean, hey, it's Christmas time, so it makes sense, right? So yeah, either next week or maybe the week after that, I might do like a run through chapter 4 normal. So I can be well and truly prepared for whenever chapter 5 comes out next year. But yeah. Anyway, I think that about covers everything from me for the night. Once again, thank you all very much for hanging out. Thank you very much to channel members, or channel member, I suppose. Thank you very much, Jonah Valexios, for being a Lumen. And before Chapter 5 Shadow drops January 1st. Yeah, I mean, that'd be the dream. I'm pretty sure you already confirmed, though. I want to say that there was a post that specifically says, don't expect it early in 2026. So it's probably not happening till like till next summer at best. And in all honesty, a part of me is wondering if it's gonna release like Halloween 2026. Especially considering that the festival, because it's gonna be set during the festival, and considering that Jackenstein is like a festival decoration, then it must be some like fall harvest festival type thing. So releasing it close to Halloween would make a lot of sense. That's what I think, anyway. But who knows? Who knows? Alright. But anyway, whatever time it is for you, hope it'll be a good one, a good day, good night, whatever it is. Do appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. Hope it was a good time. And I will catch y'all later. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye-bye.